Okay guys, this is the main video for today. Happy Wednesday. And we learned how to add, subtract with matrices. We learned how to multiply a scalar with a matrix or matrix. Now we're going to learn to multiply them together. If you like these matrix lessons, by the way, guys, we can do more. We could do stuff like determinants and dot product and things like that. Just give you a little heads up, give you a little practice on how these things work so that when you do see it next year or the year after, you're better prepared for it. But anyways, let's get going. How do you multiply matrices? Well, first of all, if you can't find it in your assignment window, okay, please just search it. That's another way you can get to my assigned lessons. But again, as I'll show you at the end of the video, it should already be there, ready for you to click on. Okay? But if you search it, of course, you can watch the video, which I believe I assigned to you. I did not sign the article, but I signed this video, and I signed a practice set. And as a matter of fact, here's the section right here in Khan Academy. I went ahead and assigned this video and this practice set to you. All right? But anyways, let's get to the practice set. How would I multiply matrix A here with matrix F there? Well, the first thing to understand is matrix A is 3 rows, 1 column, right? We have 3 rows here, 1 column. We would call this a 3 by 1. Now watch carefully. You should understand that's a 3 by 1. 3 rows, and the 3 rows have only 1 column of numbers in them, right? Now let's look at matrix F. Notice matrix F only has 1 row here, but 2 columns. We would call that a 1 by 2 matrix. And so we can multiply this together, and here's how I know. See how the dimensions match up in the middle there, guys. They're both one-dimensional in the middle. Therefore, our result, check this out, is going to be a 3 by 2. So in other words, I could come over here, and you're actually going to do it right here. But I'm going to make a 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2 columns. A 3 by 2. So what goes in slot 1, 1 is simply this. Wanted to clean it up a little bit, so watch this, guys. I'm going to take the first number in matrix A. I'm going to times it with this first number and matrix F. Now, what's negative 1 times 0? 0. Let's see what goes in this slot here. I'm going to take the first number in A times the second row first number, negative 2 over here. What's negative 1 times negative 2? Positive 2. Now, we're going to do the same thing with the 4. So we're going to take this second row number. See, that's going to fill in the second row over here. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. Finally, we're going to do the third number. Everyone agree? This 4 is in the third row. It's going to fill in the third row over here. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And there's our 3 by 2 matrix. All right, let's try another one. The more we do, guys, the more it's going to make sense. Here we go. Now this time, oh, there's my answer, by the way. Sorry. Thought I was on the next problem. Yeah, it is the exact same answer right here, right? Boom. And this is how you're going to type it in on Khan Academy. See how it has a faded out, pre-gridded section here? And you're just going to make sure you type in a 3 by 2. You obviously don't want to fill in the third row. There is no third column, I should say, in this first problem. All right, let's try another one. Notice this time, guys, matrix F is 1, 2 by 1, 2. It's a 2 by 2 matrix. Matrix D is a 1, 2 by 1, 2 as well. They're both 2 by 2 matrices. Now, we're going to times this together. So how do we know we can do it, guys? Is see the inner dimensions there? They match up. They're both 2 dimensions, right? 2 rows for 2 columns, okay? So therefore, what is our result going to be, guys? Is a 2 by 2. So the outer dimensions tell you what the resulting matrix is going to be, the product of those 2 matrices, okay? So we can actually use the grid down here since we have space. I know it's going to be a 2 by 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, right? 2 by 2. So let's do our first slot right here. Now watch carefully, guys. This one's going to be a little different. Watch this. I'm going to take the first row, match it up with the first column. It's like it just slides down like this. All right, watch carefully. I'm going to take the 0 times the 2. That's a 0. I'm going to take the 4 times with the 3. That's a 12. What is 0 plus 12? 12. Okay? Let's do it again. This time I want to fill in this second slot over here, right? This one right here. How do I do it? I'm going to take the first row. I'm going to slide it over and times it with the second column. So you basically are matching up a row with a column each time. First row, second column. This technically is first row, second column, right? So here we go. I know a 0 times the 5 is 0. I know the 4 times the 0 is 0 again. What's 0 plus 0? 0. All right, let's do the next one. We're now going to take the second row with the first column and put it right here. See, this is the second row. This is the first column. Get it? So, second row right here. We're going to start with the 5. We're going to times it with the 2 there. 5 times 2 is 10. We're going to take the 2, times it with the 3 there. 2 times 3 is 6. What's 10 plus 6? 16. One more to go, guys. To find this last section, notice it's the second row, second column. So we're going to take the second row with the second column. Now, another thing you could do, which I like to do, is I'll take the second row here and I'll just put it right next to the second column like that. See what I did? I just took this, moved it over here, rotated it down. So my answer is 5 times 5, 25. 0 times 2 is 2. Oh, sorry, 0. If I add them together, 25 plus 0 is 25. So guys, there is my resulting 2 by 2 matrix. Okay, let's try this one. Notice this time, matrix B is 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2 columns. This is a 3 by 2, right? Matrix F, notice, is a 2 by 2. Now, can we multiply these together? Yes. Look at the inner dimensions. Guys, if they don't match up, you can't multiply them together. Okay? But see, matrix B has 2 columns, or rows of 2, let's say. And matrix F has columns with 2 in it, so that's why they match up. So what is our result? Watch carefully, guys. Look at the outer dimensions. We know it's going to be a 3 by 2. Now, I didn't take a perfect picture here, but basically this is going to be my answer. I'm going to squish it down here a little bit, but it's going to be, oops, I went a little too far, didn't I? That's what it's going to look like. See, it's going to have a 3 rows and 2 columns. It's going to be a 3 by 2 result. All right, let's get going here. I'm going to take the first row times the first column. So again, guys, if you want, you could just line them up. Put the 4 and the 4 from the first row next to the first column over here. Now notice 4 times 0 is simply 0. All right. Let's do this one here, which is the first row, second column. So we're going to take the first row with the second column. So notice how I'm just going to line up the first row next to the second column there. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 1 is 4. 12 plus 4 is 16. All right, let's do this one here. Notice it's the second row, first column. All right. So notice, guys, I'm going to take the second row times it with the first column. So again, you can line it up like that. But as you can see, 0 times 0 times 0 is just a 0 again. Okay? Let's do this one here. Notice this one's the second row, second column. So I'm going to take the second row with the second column. So I'm going to line up the 1, 0 over here. Notice 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 0 is 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. Only 2 more left. Here we go. To do this one, I need the third row times the first column. Now, guys, since those are zeros, do you agree that's going to be 0 again? So now we're really only down to 1 more. Guys, to get this one right here, I'm going to take the third row times the second column. This, after all, is the third row. This is row 3, right? And this is the second column. So I'm going to take the third row and line it up with the second column over here. See how I did the -3 or -2, 1. Here we go. 3 times -2 is -6. 1 times 1 is 1. What's -6 plus 1? -5. So guys, this one I want you to struggle with, even if it's a lot of struggle. Watch Mr. Khan's video. I'm going to watch it myself to see how he does it. Okay? I'll probably make a follow-up video on this. Tomorrow, I will give you at least 1 or 2 alternative assignments you can do on paper. Okay? And I'll see you around.